going on, guys? It's the NRW Weekly Respawn crew. It's your boy Marky Mark, joined today by Andrew and of course Derek behind the camera. Today we got a special little short for you. We are giving you our best of 2018 games. Now these are not necessarily games that won any awards, did anything to, forward or progress a genre or anything, just games that we really enjoyed that came out in 2018 and games that we spent a lot of time in. Kicking things off, Derek, you want to give us your top three?
My top three?
In order from 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
Being your favorite.
So, continuing with your list, we'll do with games played the most. Games I could probably go play the most and go all day playing is probably Smash Ultimate.
Of course.
Especially because of how many characters you can unlock.
So is that your top or your bottom?
That's probably my top. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's top one.
So one.
Okay. So that's one.
Cool.
And then 2 would probably be Beat Saber.
Good choice.
And then 3 is Mario Party. But you got to have people with you.
Yeah.
So it's really not that
that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Good list. Solid list. You want to start with your number 3?
Yeah, definitely. So, me and Derek, we have very similar wavelengths when we think and all that kind of jazz. And so my number 3 game is actually Beat Saber.
Okay.
Probably the best rhythm game to have come out and westernized, I guess you could say, since DDR.
Definitely.
I haven't played a rhythm game that felt and flowed so well, but was very difficult. Sure. And there's a big gap between beginner and expert.
Oh yeah.
And dual and single saber.
Padawan, Jedi Master.
Yeah, give me a lightsaber, I swear, get a bunch of stormtroopers in front of me and I can deflect everything now at this point because of Beat Saber. Yeah. That's definitely a game that I spent multiple hours in, and I could play for hours. And for VR games, that's very rare. Not a lot of people play VR games for too long because they get a headache and all that. I'm one of those people. I could play this all day.
Yep.
So that is definitely my number 3 for 2018.
My number 3, and it probably would be higher on the list if it came out later in the year, but there was just so many amazing releases in 2018. So my number 3 is God of War. We don't really need to say much about God of War. It was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
That was a one-shot camera.
Incredible.
You had the drama in the story. I want to say it gave you possibly the greatest superhero fight that we've ever gotten in a video game.
Yeah.
That intro with
with Baldur.
Yeah, Baldur.
Yeah.
The stranger and Kratos in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was one of the best fights. Yeah, for real.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's God of War.
Yeah. And it continued a storyline in a whole different mythology. Right.
Yeah.
And it's still connecting back to those Greek mythology with a...
it wasn't a proper reboot. Spoiler alert if you haven't played God of War yet. But
Athena shows up in it. So
Athena shows up. Fucking Thor shows up at the end.
Yeah, the very post-credit scene, if you go back to your cabin after you finish the game.
To go back.
Yeah, you get a little sneak peek of the God of Thunder.
So, like you said, it continued Kratos' story. He somehow got sent into another dimension or universe.
No, he just crossed the river. Think of Rome being Greek mythology, and then I don't want to say this.
It's like the Nordic region.
Yeah. There you go. That's better term
than
I could use.
Yeah. Continued his story. It wasn't like a proper remake, but it played nothing like the previous God of War games. So
incredibly done.
I guess I was wrong in the beginning. It did kind of reinvent the God of War game. So,
our games
in a way.
Our games changed the genre, but they didn't create or do anything like that.
Exactly. And then towards, I want to say, in the last quarter of the game, you get his blades back.
Yeah.
From the original God of War, baby.
Callback to the loyal fans.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
What about your second?
So my second was your third and Derek's number 2.
Okay.
Beat Saber.
Telling you, game is taking over.
For
I've
real.
been preaching it.
So I actually am one of those people that can't stay in most VR games for too long because I do get dizzy and I do get a headache. But Beat Saber, they got it right. I guess the fact that you're stationary and not really moving around the map or anything does help. But I can wear that thing for hours at a time. So
Yeah.
every morning I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna wake up, get a little energy, play some Beat Saber in the morning. I usually aim for 30 minutes. By the time I take the headset off, I've gone an hour over.
Yeah, no, that's what it'll do.
The songs, they just recently added that League of Legends
KDA
Pop Stars. Holy shit, that's my jam. So, not much more to say that hasn't been said about Beat Saber on the show. Yours? Number two?
My number two was also said already as well. It was one of Derek's, or I believe Derek's top game, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I know it was released towards the end of the year, and we had amazing releases this year, like we've been talking about already.
Exactly.
But Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is the epitome of every fighting game that helped grow me up, I guess.
True.
I started playing Smash 64 since like day one.
Don't need this.
And I just kind of kept going through with it, and being able to have every single character from every single Smash game in one game where the frame rate's done well, and I main Robin, which is one of the newer characters, and he actually gets some respect in this game. It's just been a blast. Robin is from Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, so he's part of the crew with Chrome and Lucina, who are both characters in the Smash roster. But the gameplay for it, and the fact that you can play with anyone and anyone can win, but there's a skill gap that can give you an advantage, but I can't even say that will guarantee your win. True. All it takes is one person to get a baseball bat, smash you, and you're dead, and then that's it. And the different game modes, yeah. Story, the adventure with the spirits. It's very interesting that they added that RPG element to the fighting game, and then the kind of Fire Emblem system where there's weaknesses and strengths against certain types.
Nice. I haven't had a chance to
delve
into the spirits mode. I've been playing mostly with
just Smash.
Yeah, smashing.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, and online frame rates and everything are perfect. Frame rates are good. You get in some games where it either will lag or just completely stop, and then just jump back 10 seconds later. But other than that, the online's not that bad. You can play co-op online, which is you need that for Smash.
Sure.
But you can't do it in the arena mode, but that's something else. But Smash, number 2 game, even though it just came out, I think it blew out a lot of other games that was released in 2018.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
Moving along, my number 1 game of 2018, the game that I have 90 hours in, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now it might just be because this game is so fucking huge. The map is really big. It spans through most of ancient Greek, I want to say.
Oh.
You go all the way from what is now Crete to Athens, of course Sparta, which the main characters are from, Spartans. There's so much to do in this game. You have your exploration. The combat system is awesome. The story is compelling.
You get your choices.
For me, exactly.
You have choices.
You have your choices. It was a proper sequel, a spiritual sequel, I want to say, to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Like the gameplay
and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, very similar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where I spent most of 2018 in ancient Greece.
Yeah. Probably trying to level up also.
Yes. Trying to level up also.
Yeah.
The grind is real. The grind is real. But as you know, if you watch the show, I do like looter shooters, like Destiny and The Division. So I like to grind.
Yeah.
I like to grind.
Can we play bump and grind? So actually my first, or I guess my top game of 2018, I've been talking about this also as much as Beat Saber probably, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
I mean, come on. You get one of the best storylines that goes into Red Dead Redemption 1. It fully gives you that whole background story to it without even using the main, John Marston's in it, but he's not in it.
He's pretty main. He plays a pretty big role in the game, I feel.
Yeah, he does. I just don't want to say he is the character.
Yeah.
Because everyone went into it kind of going to see what John's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But playing as Arthur, was one of the most realistic experience that I've had playing a video game.
I agree.
Knowing that it's a video game, emulating life.
Yeah.
Cowboy
Simulator.
Yeah, straight up.
Cowboy Simulator 2019. Or 2018.
Yeah, 2018. the open world in that game is something I have not seen yet. The interactions is something I haven't seen yet.
The whole map.
That's what I'm saying. The hunts, there's so many things that you can do, and everything is so well done.
Online still in beta.
Yes, I was gonna even get into that. Red Dead Redemption Online, I've played a little bit of, is really fun. There's a lot of bugs that need to be kinked out, but running around with your posse is one of the funnest things to do in Red Dead Online.
There is a bit of controversy surrounding that. If you can look back in the previous NRW episodes, we did go over some of that with, it was me, Patrick, Lewis, and Dale, but that's, a whole other episode, but continue, sorry.
Yeah,
Didn't cut you off there.
I was just gonna say, other than that, like, Red Dead Redemption 2's just whole gameplay was incredibly well done,
definitely.
And I love realistic games. The more realistic it is, the more I enjoy it. Red Dead Redemption was honestly that for me. Everything that I asked for since GTA Online 5 or GTA 5 really. Sure. I mean, makes sense. Rockstar.
Oh yeah, exactly. 3 games out of all of 2018 seems very short, since we did have a lot of really good games in the year.
Yeah, we did.
So we got a couple honorable mentions. My first honorable mention, it probably would be higher on the list if it came out just a little bit earlier in the year, kind of like the opposite of what happened to God of War for my list. But a game that both of them had on their list, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So much fun. If you're playing, you can play up to 8 people, I want to say, on one Switch, right?
Yeah.
It's the ultimate party game, and it says it all in the title, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is the ultimate Super Smash Bros. You have 74 current characters in the game right now, I think, something like that.
I actually don't know the official count.
I want to say it's 74, and we got 2 more coming, and if you watch the episode of Respawn we just talked about, we got 4 more rumored characters coming.
Yes, amazing characters that are coming.
It's one of my honorable mentions, as well as Red Dead Redemption 2, as to repeat, not to repeat everything he just said, but for all those reasons, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. I definitely agree with Red Dead Redemption.
I know you do.
Yeah. My 2 honorable mentions were similar to Mark's. So my first one was God of War.
Okay.
I know it's a little surprising with my list having Super Smash and Beat Saber, but those are kind of more my niche games. I'm a fighter,
Sure.
I'm a rhythm player, a rhythm gamer, and RPG player, but God of War was, like you were saying, just something else.
Right. It's
completely
beautiful.
Yeah. Everything about that game was amazing, and you could play it non-stop.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, one shot.
Yeah.
You literally can play it one shot, and
exactly.
it's just one of the best games to come out in 2018. One of the best games to come out all time. And then my second one is another VR game. I don't know if you guys have played it yet, but it's Firewall Zero Hour. So that's for the PlayStation VR, and you get to use an aim controller, and it's basically Siege.
Okay.
But VR.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six
Okay,
Siege.
that's pretty sick.
But VR. And it's amazing because games haven't been so much about team squads and all that other than Siege and all the similar military-esque games.
Overwatch.
Or League and all that kind of stuff.
MOBA.
Firewall puts it on a whole nother level because you actually are the person moving around. So screaming, get bot lane or something, you're just clicking a bunch of buttons.
Okay.
In Firewall Zero Hour, it's just like, alright, we got a guy on the first floor near the kitchen. You have to find the kitchen, you have to run over to the kitchen, and you have to set up and try to set up your body because you can lean and everything. So I think that was just one of the coolest things because it's a realistic VR Siege. And I love my realistic games.
Very nice. Well, I do believe we went a little over. We were trying to keep this short. To wrap things up, Derek, do you have any honorable mentions?
Nah.
Tinder Plus. Don't want to shout that out.
That's like 2017.
Okay, fair enough. Game of the year 2017,
Yep.
Tinder Plus. You heard it here first. Once again,
You got a girlfriend though.
There it is.
there it is. Before this gets any more off track, any more weirder, it's late. Sorry. It's your boy Marky Mark, Andrew, Derek. We out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
2, 1, action.
What's going on, guys? It's the NRW Weekly Respawn crew giving you our best of 2018, our top 3 games of last year. Not necessarily like all these awards and all these accolades for this game, but more so the games that we played the most throughout the year, the games that we enjoyed the most throughout the year. Start things off. Derek, you want to give us your top 3?
Well, to start things off, my top 3 would be the only 3 games I played of 2018. Smash, Beat Saber, and Mario Party.
Okay. Very good choices.
Yep.
Very good choices for sure.
You want to start with honorable mentions?
Yeah, definitely.
Or end with honorable mentions?
I'd say let's end
with them?
End with
okay.
And start with number 3.
Did you kick it again?
Yeah.
God.
Alright, restart the whole thing.